Now, me personally, I like to put on my concealer first, outline the eyebrow before I actually put the eyebrow gel on. And today I'm going to be using makeup from my Cosmetology bag. And this makeup is from Immunity Makeup Designery. My school had ordered it from my Cosmetology bag. I have two different blend brushes that I like to use. I like to use this one going down my nose. And I like to use this one brush to blend out the concealer. I'm using powdered eye concealer. So I'm going to take this brush. I like to take the thinnest brush and use it. Sometimes I like the brush with the arch on it, like this, but today I'm going to be only using this with the eyebrow gel. So then I can mix them and then mix with the eyebrow. Today I'm going to be using this palette, and I'm going to be using this one right here under my eyebrows, and then maybe this one on top, depending on how I want it. So I like different colors to make it pop from different angles in the lighting. So now I'm just recording. I'm going to be using this mirror here to help me. Yep, this is here. So watch me do my eyebrows. So I'm going to take this concealer that I'm going to be using. I'm going to place it, tap it into the concealer. This is concealer powder, by the way. I'm going to take it and I'm going to outline the bottom of my eyebrow. Now my eyebrows are naturally already got arched. I already cleaned them up and made them look like this, and now I just trace it with the eyebrow concealer. And I like to start at the front. They go like with a light impression. All the way to the middle of my nose right here. Have to get some more into the concealer and then finish out the tail part.
The more that you're stuck in my brain, the more I mentally undress like
And
in
you take your hand with your arm, and if you're right-handed, I'm right-handed, so you go my right eyebrow first. Yes, I did the right side of my eyebrow. Now, when I get to the top, I'm going to start in the middle because it's not much eyebrow here. So when I put the eyebrow gel, I'm going to bring my eyebrow out a little more to the middle of this concealer. So I'm going to start in the middle with the concealer. And mind you, I'm going to be doing a different color on top. It's going to be a little darker than the one on the bottom. So I'm going to start right here in the middle and drag it back. Like that. See, you can see the concealer right there. It's a little darker. Now I'm going to go down. And I'm going to fully press the brush down. Like it's not going to be the tip of the brush I'm using the whole brush now to go down and make a tail like that. So now you can see the outline of the eyebrow and where I want my tail at. Usually my eyebrows are no longer than my eye, so sometimes I have to measure it here, and that's where I want it. Okay. So I'm going to dip it some more and then finish out the front. I'm going to lightly go to the front and trace all the way to the middle of my nose or my T-bone area, like that. So you could actually see the difference in the coloring. You can see the outline that I'm trying to do of the eyebrow there. And that's how I'm going to do that first one. So let's move on to the eyebrow gel. So I do not blend out the concealer yet until I have the eyebrow gel on there, and this is where I want it. Concealer is to clean the eyebrow up if your eyebrows aren't arched. I'm going to lightly dip my eyebrow brush into the Magic 24-hour long-lasting eyebrow gel. Hopefully you can see it. Magic 24-hour eyebrow gel. Focus in. Okay. Alright, so I like to keep the top on mine. This is good advice. And I like to stay on one side of the eyebrow thing to say product and lightly dip it in there because a little goes a long way. And it keeps it moisturized in case I lose the top. Alright. Dipped it in there. Now I'm going to start at the tip with the eyebrow gel. So basically I'm going to brush it up, brush the front up, and then smooth out the end like that. So brush up here and then just smooth out the rest like that. Some people use eyebrow gel lay down, whatever they use to lay their eyebrows down. I don't have bad hairs like that, so I don't need all of that. I say if you trim your eyebrows up way before you draw them on, it makes it so much easier to draw them on and manageable to draw. So I'm going to start right here in the middle and work my way towards the end. Because I want to start in the middle because I want that darker than the front. Because I like the ombre look of the eyebrows. So it really doesn't matter if you mess up because again, you're just drawing inside of the concealer line. You can always put more concealer on. So now I'm going to work my way towards the tip and make sure I'm arching it real good into a point. I need some more right here, so I'm going to dip it a little bit and finish it out. There we go, you see that? It's already drawn in and concealer is giving it effect. See, me, the concealer helps me. It's just like when you shave your eyebrows. The concealer really helps me draw them in real nice, so I won't have to keep repeating this step over and over again, because when I first started learning it, boy oh boy, I had trouble. So now we're going to do the front. And in the front, I'm just going to draw my lines down instead of just going straight back, because I want it to have the hair effect, because there's no hair up here, as you can see. And let me show you. Again, my eyebrows does not extend towards the corner of my eye, so as I come out here, I'm going to create hairs that look like it's hair by drawing a line downward. You guys see what I mean? I'm going to take my brush and have the pointiest part of it up, and I'm going to draw it down. And I'm going to draw it down on an angle because my eyebrow is pointed to an angle. Light strokes. Very light strokes. Can you see those lines in my eyebrow? You see how it looks like hairs? That's what we want. As I get closer to the hairs, they get a little darker. And then I'm going to just finish it out here.
I just got off the phone with the girl who loves you too. Said you're working on yourself. Is she helping with that too? You gave her the time of day.
I'm going to always constantly measure and make sure I'm not extending too much past my eye. And then,
what goes around comes around. That's what I always say.
So there's really two ways to do the ombre effect. You can do the lines lightly, or you can just take some concealer and lighten it out, brush it out. So that's why it's coming towards the middle. You just draw small lines here. Draw more lines, just like that, to finish it out, to bring it out towards this part. Because you're gonna it's gonna be wiped away anyway. That's why it needs to be light. And there you go. I have a whole eyebrow on this side here. There you go. So there's one eyebrow down. So again, you're gonna leave the concealer right there because the concealer is like the finishing touch of it all. So I'm gonna take my brush that I use for the concealer. I call this is the thinnest brush that was in the bag, and I use this to outline under my eyebrow. So I'm going to take the light color of the concealer once more. I tap it in there because it is concealer powder. A little goes a long way, depending on how you stroke your eyebrow. So again, I'm going to start off into the middle. I'm going to make sure that when I start off into the middle, that it's matching this line. So when you go from the middle, it has to go into an angle into the next eyebrow. So I'm going to start in the front once again. Let's see. Now on this eyebrow, I'm going to have a little trouble. You're going to see me work with this one more because I don't know if you can tell, but it's extra meat right here that I have to draw over and it's gonna make it look like my eyebrow is higher when it's not. It's just that extra meat on my eyebrow that I have to deal with and force it to look like it's not no extra meat there. So I have to draw over that meat. So it's gonna look like, yeah, it's gonna look like it's too high, but in reality it's just extra meat there. I'm gonna draw over that. This eyebrow is gonna look like it's crooked, but it's extra meat there. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I draw the top in. Okay, so that's why I like to do the right side first, then move over here because of the extra meat on this eyebrow. And this is just my face. You may have different problems. You may have different eyebrows than me. They might be even. It might be your right side instead of your left side, but on my left side, it's the one. I'm gonna have to draw it. So remember, when you're going from the middle, you're going onto an angle. Drag it out. So it does look uneven, but it is not. So we're gonna move on to the eyebrow gel, and we're gonna do what we did on the right side to the left side. We're gonna start off towards the back, towards the middle at the bottom, and we're gonna go towards the back. We're gonna lightly stroke it in. Remember I said I have extra meat, so I have to bring this eyebrow down. So I have to bring the eyebrow gel down so it can look like it's the other eyebrow. So you'll see what I'm talking about. It's gonna look like I'm drawing on concealer, which I am. I'm bringing it down to widen the eyebrow up a little bit more here. Because of this extra meat here, it's making it look like the eyebrow is going crooked, but it's not. When I draw on it, it's even like this, like when my eye is down. You see what I'm saying? I have extra meat on this eyebrow, so. Let me show you exactly what I did. You see how the concealer is right there? I had to draw that on there because of the extra meat there. So it looks like my eyebrow is crooked, but it's not. Always make sure your eyebrows is no longer near your eye, from the tail to the front. Alrighty then. As you can see, it's starting to even out. Dip it a little more. A little goes a long way, y'all. For real. So I have extra meat so at the bottom and at the top. So as you can see, as the concealer is going to, the line I drew, the concealer is going to get thinner and thinner until I come out into the middle and make it evenly wide. So let me do this in the actual camera. So the way you hold your eyebrow brush is very important because the pointy part is going towards this way. When I was doing this eyebrow, the pointy part was going towards the other eyebrow. So you want the pointy part of this brush to be facing the other eyebrow because it's gonna be on an angle. You're doing it on an angle, so I gotta draw this line in as lightly as I can. And you notice, because of the extra meat on it, I have to bring the concealer out and outline it so that this eyebrow can even with the next one. So I gotta go in there and re-arch it with the concealer because of the extra meat. So it does look like it's thicker than the other one, but it's not. It's just the extra meat there. You have to make the illusion of the eyebrow. Okay, so we're gonna draw the lines in like hairs in the front. Like that. Yep, like that. So I'm gonna check it, make sure it's good. Boom. 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 And boom. I need to draw the line up here a little thicker. A little blacker so it can ombre-ish instead of light. So remember, the pointy part is always pointing towards the other eyebrow that you're, depending on the eyebrow that you're doing. Alright, so I have to go right back to the concealer so we can clean the eyebrows up. So I'm going to move on to this one because it's already cleaned up. So take the concealer, whether it's liquid or powder, you're going to drag it down lightly. So it won't be too much up under the eyebrow. Lightly drag it down. Light pressure, please. Be careful because you might mess the line up. You can always go in and recreate the line by just straightening it back out, because as you go down, it's going to look like, if you touch where the eyebrow gel is, it's going to look like they're missing eyebrow gel. So you bring it down real good. Just like that. Alright. You always want the end of the eyebrow to come to a point, or however you do it, because I do mine to a point. Some people just do theirs the same size all the way through. Mine, I like it to go into a point because that's how my natural eyebrow was when you saw it. You want it to look as naturally as possible. And then at the top, you're going to drag it up too, as well. So as I get to the tip, I'm going to go on the angle and drag it up. And as I get to my point on my arch at the top, I'm going to drag it up. And then as I smooth it out, I'm going to smooth it down into that point. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, and this is all you're going to do with this brush. And then you're going to pull out that blended brush. Now on this side, I'm going to go right back dip into the concealer for the bottom. I'm going to outline it some more. We're going to re-outline it. This looks like I'm going right up under my eyebrow, but I'm going up under that extra meat right here. You see how flat this one is? I don't know if you can tell, but you see, it looks thick as ever, but it's not. It's that extra meat. So you have to, create the illusion of the eyebrow. Again, take your blending brush and bring the concealer down into your eye, like that. Now I'm checking in the other mirror to see if I like it. It still looks thicker than this one, but we gotta get to the top. You see what I mean? Like, it looks thicker than this one, but it's actually, it's like a chunk of meat. Like, it's like a thin meat layer here. Grab some more concealer to go right back in to really outline it. I don't want because I still got to get to the top because it's actually neat up there too. Let me go to the top now. The concealer for the top. And we're going to just drop in. We're going to try and flip it so that it looks so easy. Okay. Yep, there you go. Then I'm going to round out this arch because it looks a little bit pointier than the other side. I'm just going to round it out like that. And boom, boom, boom. Oh, God. Remember, when you get towards the arch, you're going to drag it to that on an angle. It's like increase the illusion of a highlight too when you do this. So make sure you're blending it out well. And you're going to take whatever left is on the brush and you're going to go create a line between the middle of the eyebrow down to the end of your nose with your concealer. Because it's a highlight. There may not be much on the brush, and then you're going to take it and go the opposite way and create it towards the middle of the head right here. This extra stuff is going to be wiped away. It's going to be wiped away. How I do it, I take the brush on the angle from the end of my eye, from the beginning of my eye on up, and I just wipe all the way up like that. Then I do the other side like that, and wipe. See that? Now you have space in the eyebrows. You can see where you're going to be putting more concealer at and blending it out. I do that to the end of the eyebrow as well. Take it from the end of the eye and wipe back to erase any extra lowness that I created. And boom. Just like that, we have some eyebrows. This one still look a little pointy. There we go. Now on to my blender brush. I like this blender brush because it's a little thicker than this one. This one is a little longer, as you can see the difference, and it's a little flatter. And this is what I use to blend it out on the nose. But under the eyebrow, I need a little thicker, so where I can just it's kind of like a little replica of the cheek brush, the blush brush. It's kind of like a little replica of this, basically. So I'm going to take it and do it again and just blend it out down. And you're going to do this you're not going to get too close to the eyebrow. You're just blending out the rest of the concealer so that it doesn't look like it's under the eyebrow. You just blend it out. Because you want the majority of it under the eyebrow to give it the outline. And go from the inside of the eye all the way up to make sure I get that extra eyebrow gel that I do not need there. So we'll do it on both sides. Add a little pressure to them and wipe it off. And you're going to take your brush, you're going to go to the middle, and you're going to go down like that. Just like that. And you take it the opposite way and go up towards the middle of the forehead like that. Just like that. Now we have a separation in the eyebrows. Okay, so if it's any more, you're going to blend it out. Grab some concealer. I like to grab the lightest concealer that I use, and you're going to only dab a little bit. Just dab a little bit. Sometimes you can use the loose powder too to lighten it up to make it look like ombre. But today it's to me, concealer, I have like a Willy T-bone, but the concealer powder helps with that. But if it was the liquid concealer, I would do that. I would use loose powder to lighten it up. So you're going to take this brush that you used before for the concealer. It's the thinner brush. You can use the angle brush too. You create an angle brush that's long like this without the brush at the tip. Use either one. And you're going to go and you're going to stroke outwards towards the other eyebrow. Like this, because you don't want to, you're just mixing it in to create the light ombre. And then you're gonna go again, go down in the middle of your nose and bring it back up. You can also like blend the ombre and then just take your brush and blend it in so you can erase that line of demarcation. And the line of demarcation is like a line that separates the two colors, the light from the dark. And you want to just blend it out into the darkness. Okay, and voila. There you have it. Eyebrows for the very first time. So again, how I started my eyebrows, I started with the concealer, but I made sure that I shake my eyebrows and cut under it, tweeze them, and that made it so much easier for me to even outline it out with the concealer. Now, if my eyebrows wasn't arched already, this would have been a longer video, and I would have been working with the concealer a little more until I felt like the eyebrows was even enough. So you can see it's not too far past my eye, on either side, and it blended out well. So let me show you how to highlight your face. So I take the light concealer that matches my skin that I put on the bottom, and I go straight down in the middle of my nose, and I bring it up. So watch me. And I do this lightly because you could mess up the line and it could go off. You can make the line very crooked, and you don't want the concealer to be places it does not need to be. So take it real slow so you can get that line down your nose. I make sure I go under the nose right here because this is the line that I'm trying to create. Then also I take the concealer, I put it at the top right here in the crease because this is where the light hits me at. And then I ball my lips up and I do it at the bottom. Straight down the middle of my face. You see that? See the highlight? So you just basically letting that doing the eye, making it so wherever the light hits, you just highlighted it more. So it look real good. So now I'm gonna go up towards the middle right here, and then I'm gonna make a tree branch from that line to this line. So I have a tree line here, and I have a tree line here. So it's 3 lines that you should be able to see. You can see right. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Then I'm gonna dip this brush into the brown concealer, and this is for like the contour to make it to narrow. So light colors broadens the area out, darker colors narrows it out. So in order for me to get that narrow look, I'm gonna take a little bit of this dark brown. I want my nose to look narrower. So we're gonna take it, and you're gonna take your time from the edge of the eyebrow down. You're gonna measure, and you're gonna just put a little brown there. Doesn't need to be too much. And you're gonna do this on the side of the nose. Yes, on the side of the nose, like that. And if you have a big nose, you want to make sure you do the sides of the nose too, so that to narrow it out. So you're gonna again brush it down from the highlighted line like this. So I'm brushing the brown stuff, the brown contour down, and then as I get to the eyebrow, because your nose comes. Like if you notice your nose goes into the eyebrow, so you want to just not onto the concealer line, just right up under it and down. So you already can see it narrowing out, and then same here. Just in this area, you're gonna make it go into like a rounded out here, and you're gonna bring it out and down, just like this, and blend it out. take the blender brush here. We're gonna lighten out. We're gonna blend out the light part first. So I'm gonna start with the tree. You just gotta blend the tree, the first branch. We're gonna go over to the second branch. Then we're gonna go to the middle branch, like that. Now we're gonna go down and we're gonna slowly. So make sure you don't like that right now. Go slowly down, just like this. Keep going, keep going, keep going. All the way until you get to the middle. Just like that. As you can see how the light is hitting this area, this is why I put the concealer here. I wanted to highlight from the light, so it looks like my face from the side is good, but when I turn to it, it's all pretty and narrowed out. So again, I'm going to do the top of the lip. I'm hurting my head. Put the camera down here. And then you're going to blend out the darker shade. And there you have it, the narrow effect. Now, usually I take the concealer and put it right up under my eyebrows, but today I'm not gonna do that because I really don't need it there. Because then it's gonna broaden it out. It's gonna make it look good, but no. I just wanted to make the eyebrows look real good by coming out the nose and going through the line of my face. So basically I just made a middle line with the highlight. There you go. Okay, let's try to look at me from a different angle so you can see what I'm talking about in this light. See what I'm talking about? The concealer. And I narrowed it out just like that. So when people look at me, they're gonna be like, wow. Woo! And then usually, like, you don't really need too much makeup, because usually when I put my edges on, it just makes everything pop all at once, okay? So again, please like, share, and comment. Comment your tips and beauty, because I know people like to read the comments, because I go right to the comments and read them to make sure everything is legit in the video. Again, I use makeup from my Cosmetology bag, and the school ordered it from MUD Makeup Designery. So I'm just using what I have, and then I'm using some eyebrow gel from Magic that I bought at your local beauty supply. And thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back for future videos on makeup as I learn it.